Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at BattlBox Mission 84. We're going to find out what's in the box, so let's check it out. Alright folks, welcome back. So you've seen me review BattlBoxes before. Again, these are more for what I would consider fun. Yes, you're going to get some useful gear out of them, but if you're a brand new prepper and you don't have any food, water, or basics covered yet, I would suggest sticking with that stuff. This is, to me, this is a fun kind of, like Christmas kind of thing. When we go through this today, I'm going to let you know I have a 15% off subscription code, okay? It's Iridium24. It's going to be down below, so you just go to the link. If you want to save 15% on your subscriptions for the first time, check it out. See if you like it. And who knows, you might find some useful gear. I found a lot of useful stuff out of BattlBoxes compared to other boxes that I've subscribed to, and that's why I like them. So let's get into the first thing. The first thing is going to be the Fox Edge Olea, and this is this right here. This is a very nice looking pocket knife. And being that this month's box is about, comfort, warmth, repair, and of course making a cut or two, that definitely comes in handy. Take a look at that. That is a nice looking knife, I gotta say. It's a flipper style, it's got a nice ball bearing pivot in there. The steel is 8CR13 MOV, okay? It came with a ridiculous edge. It came with a shaving sharp edge on it, I gotta say. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but let's try it. Yeah, as you can see, there's no hair there. It's got it all off, yeah. You can see that on there. So it did come with a very, very sharp edge. It is a liner lock. You've got this beautiful wood here. I believe this is the olive wood. Really nice looking knife and very, very smooth flipper. I gotta say, just flips right open like that, locks right into place. Isn't a noisy, obnoxious knife when you flip it open. It seems like a very well built kind of tank of a knife for a decent price. It's not super expensive. The centering on it is dead on there. So all in all, pretty nice knife. It does not have a 90-degree spine, but again, those of us in the preparedness community like that for striking a ferro rod. It's not a requirement. My pocket knife does, however, my pocket knife is like a $17 pocket knife. If I lose it, who cares? This is a little bit higher quality. I believe these go for $29.95. That's a $29.95 value. So you can check it out here. And it's a nice little knife. Very, very sharp. Good looking knife, and definitely a nice pocket clip. That thing is nice and tight on there. And it is a thick, pocket clip. It's not going to bend off on you in any time soon. So I like it for a pocket knife. Definitely a cool little thing. That is the Fox Edge Olea. Definitely a frame lock with a lot of durability and strength. So that's the first thing up there. Next up, we're actually going to have to blow this up. This is the Climate V-Seat. Man, I'll tell you, I have been looking for something like this for ages. I can't tell you how much foam and rubber and pieces of plastic I've gone through being out in the cold or out in the heat where I don't want my knees to touch the ground. This is going to really come in handy in the channel actually for making videos. This is just a nice little seat that you get to sit on. You blow it up. It's great for anything, in the office if you need a little extra padding on your seat. Great for sports games where you're sitting for a long time, long flights. It's a 75D polyester fabric. Very, very durable. Let's blow it up and check it out. Alright. There we go. Got your outside pad there. And it's kind of similar, I would say, to an air mattress, but just enough room for your knees, your butt, whatever, when you're out in the cold. And forgive my ridiculous blowing up noises. But as you can tell, that was like a breath and a half, and it's full. So definitely a nice little comfortable padding. I could see me putting this into maybe a get-home bag, which incidentally we are going to be doing a video on one of my newer get-home bags that I'm actually making for the channel. It's not going to be something I use as a get-home bag, but I am going to be making it for the channel, so you guys can kind of have a little bit of a more incognito. It maybe would fit into the office a little bit better type thing. And this is something I figure, if you're walking on your way home, you got to sit down, and it's freezing cold out, or it's hot, or you want a little insulation, you got to sit on the ground where it's wet. Something like this really comes in handy to deflate, open up, and just squeeze it down. All right, let's move on to the next item. I did forget to mention the Climate's price on that. The list price on that is $16.95. So that's what they're saying that goes for. Next up is going to be the NoSew custom BattlBox patches. Now they got with NoSew and did the custom little BattlBox logo on these. If you spend enough time outdoors, you're definitely going to rip up your gear. You're going to get tears and rips and things, sleeping bags, tents, jackets, inflatable pads, whatever. And a nice way to fix things up in the field is to have something like that. So let's open them up and take a quick look here. See what they're like. A nice couple of pads here. And these are more of a polyester fabric kind of feel to them. They definitely feel like they'll hold up to almost anything. And you can see where you tear them open. And that would definitely patch up, say, a rip in your tent or a rip in your sleeping bag or maybe your blow-up mattress, whatever. Definitely come in handy for something like that. So I really like that. That is definitely something I would stick in my, my bug-out bag or get-home gear, just because when those things happen, they happen at the worst possible time, and to be able to fix it up quickly is definitely something good. You're going to use these basically by cleaning off the area free of debris, peel the patch off its backer, apply it, and you set it permanently in place with some heat. So you can do that with a heat gun, you can do that with a lighter at a distance away. However you manage to get some heat on it, that will definitely take care of the problem. Alright, let's move on to the next item. If you've seen my reviews before, you know I really like headlamps, and that comes with this BattlBox here. This is the advanced box, okay? And that's going to be a $116 value of what you're going to get for lower price. So, this is the Lightband Active 520, okay? 520 lumen LED flashlight. It's got a nice 210 degree wide beam. Low profile, very nice headband, nice comfortable strap. We are actually going to try this on. This is the Cobb LEDs. These are getting very, very popular with the light bands. You do have an independent power bank here. You will charge it from back here. Okay, and that's it. It's real simple to use. You plug it in. You're going to stick the actual power bank inside this little spot here and plug it in and try it. So what we're going to do, I charged this up fully last night. We're going to take this over to the other side of the room, and I'm going to show you why I like these Cobb LEDs, these wider kind of LED lights, because they really light up a wide area. So let's check it out. All right, let's light this thing up. Now that's on high. You can see it here. Nice wide beam. I do like the wide beam. It's actually looking a lot brighter on the camera for once. But it is very bright. I like the wide beam on this. Let's go to medium. There's medium. There's low. You also have a red, so that'll preserve your night vision if you want to look at stuff at night without drawing too much attention to yourself. And you also have a flasher. We'll get to that. If you wait too long between the modes, it will shut off after you turn it on. So you do have a flasher. But I really like and what I like about it is I'm moving this around like crazy, and the beam isn't moving around. It's just one big, wide, steady beam of light. Let's put it up above the camera here. Yeah. You can't even tell that I'm moving it. You can tell a little bit that I'm moving it side to side. But the beam is right there. It's not focused. You get a wide view. And around a campsite or in an emergency trying to evacuate somewhere, not having to mess with your headlamp is a real bonus. It just stays right out there, sticks out straight, and you don't have to mess with anything. It just lights up your whole area. So let's get back on the table, but I want to give you a little more information on this, and then we'll move on to the next item. You got 520 lumens on this, 1800 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. It lasts for 26 hours of light on the low setting. You've got the 5 different light modes. You've got low, medium, high, the red, the pulse. For absolute maximum versatility, you'll definitely be found with that pulse on. That thing is very, very bright. And a weatherproof rating of an IPX4. It's perfect for camping, hiking, fishing, anything outdoors, any kind of emergency. And I told you, I got sold on headlamps after a power outage one day. I had one lying around. Somebody said, oh, you need to buy a headlamp if you're a survivalist. And I put it on my head, and I was like, wow, this is so nice not to be walking around with a flashlight in your hand all the time. I can see where I'm going. Wherever I look, there's light. So I like this thing, and I like the Cobb LEDs. That new design I'm seeing on a lot of these new lights. So I will definitely be using that one. All right, let's move on to the next item. All right, we're moving into the Pro Box now with the next 2 items. This is the 511 Tactical Halo Neck Gaiter. Neck Gaiter is perfect for handling conditions and covering your neck when you might be cold. I'll tell you right out here today, in this garage, I would definitely put one of these on. It's also really handy for places that still have a mask mandate. You can just pull it up over your mouth. So I'll show you here. You can use it as a neck warmer, face mask, or a headband. I've used these in the past. I've wet them down and put them around my head, and wow, does that cool you off on a hot day. So let's take this off and take a quick look at it. I'm going to cut that piece right off there, and we'll see what we got here. Definitely feels light and airy, very mesh, very breathable. Definitely a Nice little thing. You got a little 511 logo on there. And I could see myself using this definitely as a headband, just to cool off. I'll tell you, that's one thing I learned out here. I always kind of question that, does it really work if you put something wet around your neck and go, oh yeah, it's going to cool me off? And it actually does work. So something like that definitely would come in handy. Also, too, in cold environments, when you want to put something up to your nose where you don't want your mouth and your face to get cold, definitely something like that comes in handy. They run that at about a $15 value, I believe. $15 value. And I think that's something that maybe I'm going to try out. Because, there's a lot of stuff in the past that I've seen people use and recommend, and I'm like, that looks annoying to me. Just like the headband. I saw these and I was like, I'll never use that. Well, something like this, I think I'm going to try it out on a cold day and see just how well it works, because I could definitely see myself keeping covered up with one of these over my face when the wind is blowing really hard. And like you can tell in a lot of my videos with the wind noise, we get a lot of wind out here. All right, let's move on to the next item. All right, this last item is something that recently I reviewed something similar to it. And I've really, really started to like these kind of items. Something that you can keep in your hand, keep your hands warm. I've even used this at my desk when, because I'm kind of cheap with the heat out here. I like it cold. So I've used it at my desk when my hands get cold, but the rest of me is comfortable. And this thing works incredibly well. I messed around a little bit with it, and it works very, very well. This is a Zippo 9S heat bank. Let me pop it out of here for you. It's a high-tech solution for low temperatures. Perfect companion, keeps you warm, connected, and it has 6 heat settings as well as dual charging ports. Very innovative, simple to use controls. You can see your dual charging ports here and here. Okay, you've got your power button right here, and this is your display here. Now I'm going to pop that on for you so you can see it. As you can see, it's full. Now this has 2 sides. Okay, you've got one side and 2 side over here. You're going to decide how much heat you want on each side. So let's say we want to push down and hold this, turn it on. There we go. Okay, you see the number 1 there? That number 1 means this side is warming up and it's low. See the red? We'll move up a little bit to the next level. Now it's a little bit higher. And now it's at its highest. And I can tell you right now already that area is getting nice and warm. Another thing I like about this is the grip. It just fits in your hand. Now let's say you want to do both, all right? So we're going to move to 2. Now 2 is low, but this is still high. There's that. And all the way. So now you have 1 and 2 both on high. And you'll notice we're down 1 bar on the battery just because I was using this last night. Definitely kind of cool little way to keep warm. I'm telling you right now, you can feel the heat on that thing. It is warming up like crazy. I'm going to get my heat gun here in a sec, and we're going to see just how hot this thing gets. It's nice out here today because it's cold in the garage. It was 21 degrees out today. So let me set this down, get my heat gun, and we'll get a reading off. All right, just to get a base reading here, we're going to take a reading off that knife back there. And it's showing 60 degrees. Reading off the back of this thing, and it's 92 already. Now, I literally walked over there, reached up, got my heat gun, and came over. So it definitely will warm you up nicely. I like the fact that it fits right in your hand like that. That's very, very convenient. You do have a little strap here for a lanyard, and they do provide one with it. So if you want to wear this around your neck and maybe keep you warm inside your jacket, you can do that too. And your USB charging cable. You will charge this via that port right there. And you have 2 charging ports there. Now again, this isn't going to charge an iPhone S13, top of the line. It's not going to fully charge it. It will, however, give you enough power to maybe make a couple of phone calls, send a few emergency texts, whatever. So it is always handy to have that feature hidden away somewhere in your gear, and I do like that. So definitely a warm little addition. It does have a 5,200 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery in there. It's up to 9 hours runtime. So the height on it is 4.8 inches, the width is 2.3, and the depth is 9.95 inches thick. So it's small enough to fit in your gear. And as I'm sitting here, I'm telling you, this thing gets hot. It's nice. My hands are freezing cold right now. So I'm probably cooling the device down. So I like that. I like the fact that it's a little more creative and innovative than the other one I tested, which was just basically a black box, that got hot. There was no high-low settings on it or anything. It was just that little Frog Gear one that was just black. So I like the fact that I can see my settings on there, see what's going on. Definitely nice piece of gear. They value that at a retail of about $64.95, and that's about what it runs. I checked online, so that's about right on the money there. All right, let's move on to the last item. This is going to be something that I think you guys are going to really like, so let's check it out. All right, so I've moved everything away because it's time to show you the final item, and that is the Lord & Field Tommy P. This is an excellent bushcraft knife for general outdoor tasks. It's a Puko style with a Scandi grind. Let's take a look at it. Comes with a beautiful leather sheath as well. Okay, there you go. You got Aus 10 steel, finished off with a stacked leather handle there for all-day comfort. Very comfortable in your hand, and as you can tell, over there's some wood shavings because I've been playing with this thing. It's really cool. Definitely a nice sharp spine on there to be able to start a fire using a ferro rod, and unbelievably sharp. I mean, this thing came out of the box just shaving sharp. See if we can, yeah, there you go. As you can tell right there, there's the hair on it. The thing shaves ridiculously well. Really nice, comfortable knife. I like the stacked leather. I like the swell in the middle, the palm swell. Fits right in your hand. They're saying this is a $919 value. I'm sorry, not $115. $119 value. I did some shaving with it, making some stuff with some fat wood here, and this is just the cheap store-bought stuff here. But as you can tell, this thing just cuts so nicely. Really, you can get some really nice curls with it. Another nice thing too with the spine, as you can tell by some of this other little stuff around here, is you can use the spine to scrape down and get some awesome shavings. So what we're going to try here is, first I'm going to show you how it strikes with a regular ferro rod. I mean, this spine is so sharp. It's just insane, the sparks you get off this thing. So let's give it a shot here. And I'm just trying to do this from a distance. I'm not doing it the proper way, just to show you the amount of sparks you're going to get off that. There you go. So you can definitely see that puts off a whole lot of heat. That spine there, this puts off a whole lot of sparks striking a ferro rod. Definitely works very well. I really like this knife, and I think I'm going to be incorporating this into my outdoor kit because I prefer it over the one that I'm actually using currently. Just feels really good in your hand. Nice full tang construction there. Nice pommel on the back. So definitely a cool little knife. So let me put this fire up, and we'll wrap up the video, and I'll tell you what I think of the whole package. Alright, so that's everything you get this month, and I'll be honest with you, every single thing in this kit I'm probably going to use. This is probably the first time that I've got a box from any of these companies that every last thing in here I have a use for. Even the pocket knife, I really like that one. So I definitely will be using everything in this. You'll probably see this stuff in future videos. Definitely this knife. That is a really nice knife. So that is the BattlBox Mission 84. A lot of comfort, a lot of warmth, a lot of cutting, a lot of light. Definitely like it. Check it out. Like I said, there's a 15% discount code right underneath where the link is. It'll say BattlBox, and under that will say my 15% discount code for subscription products. That's Iridium 24. If you do just like one particular thing, let's say you look at all this and go, I got all that, but I really want that knife, you can go on BattlBox's site, use my code, and pick that up too. So definitely check them out. You can start anywhere from $29.99 a month up to $159.99 a month for your subscriptions. I think out of all the boxes, BattlBox seems to give you the best deal out there and the most useful gear. So don't forget to check out all our links down below. As well as that, we have our Amazon affiliate store. Most of the stuff that I review, I try to put in my Amazon affiliate store as well. Freeze-dry wholesalers down there. With all that's going on in the world, now is the time to stock up. You use my link, you save 15% on your entire order. I have some stuff coming up tomorrow. We have a special sale just for my subscribers coming up tomorrow, so check that one out. And we have our My Patriot Supply link down below as well. Preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. We have lots of deals this month on that. If you're interested in getting stocked up, you can save up to $150 on the 3-month kit. And let me tell you, I would be getting food if I didn't have any right now. Definitely time to stock up on some food. And don't forget also, too, we have our Thrive Life link down below as well to get stocked up any way you want to try it out. If you don't want to join anything, you just want to order a few things, you can test the food out. And the hype is justified. That stuff's good food. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.